Hi guys, it's Jenifer here with another video. As you guys already know, I am a real estate expert and an investment specialist. Today I wanted to talk about a very uncomfortable topic, money. How to save money when you're thinking about buying your first property or investment property. For the last couple of years, I've been able to make my clients a lot of money by buying and selling real estate in New York City. Most of my clients started as working professionals. One of my clients used to make $40,000 a year, and his partner used to make $50,000 a year when I first met them. They now own 4 investment properties in New York City. They have a net worth of over $3 million, and they're on their way to buying another one. How did they do it? They saved money. And they had a good real estate agent. Saving money could be very challenging, which is why 70% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. In this video, I'm going to share some tips that I often share with my clients who are renting but are thinking about purchasing a property in the next couple of years. If you're interested, please continue watching. Before I go into these tips, I want to express the importance of a good credit score. As I spoke about it in my first video, a good credit score is going to determine your interest rate. Anything above a 740 FICO score is going to give you the best rate. Tip 1, read Rich Dad Poor Dad. This book is going to be the foundation of your saving goals. This finance book is going to explain how you don't need a high income to become rich. It also shows you the difference between you working for your money and your money working for you. It doesn't matter how much money you make, but how much money you could save. The most important thing that you will learn from this book is the difference between assets and liabilities. I highly recommend this book to all my first-time home buyers and investors. This book was recommended to me many years ago, even before I got into real estate, and I read it over 4 different times. Wealthy people understand the power of purchasing property, investing, and living off passive income. Tip 2, create a plan to figure out how much money you actually need for what you want to buy. Study shows that having a plan will help you save more money. In New York City, a down payment can be anywhere from 10% to 30%. So figure out how much money you're going to need based on the property that you want and the location that you want to be in. Don't forget about closing costs and cash reserve. Cash reserve is an emergency fund for any unplanned home situations. When you become a homeowner, anything that goes wrong in your property is your responsibility. So you should always have about 3 to 6 months worth of mortgage and tax payments in your emergency fund. When creating a plan, you should use apps like Mint to help you understand and track your spending. It's nearly impossible to save money without knowing exactly how much you're spending. Tip 3, downsize your living arrangements. Anything worth having is worth working hard for it. And downsizing can help you save so much money. For example, in New York City, I see a lot of clients who want to live downtown in the West Village or the East Village, and they're paying around $3,000 for a studio or a small 1-bedroom, when they can easily go to the Upper East Side, Midtown West, and you will get the same apartment for around $2,000 to $2,500, and you're only 15 minutes away from downtown. Also think about all the additional amenities that you're paying for, like the doorman, the gym, the rooftop, the pool in the building, and even the elevator. All these additional amenities are making your rent higher. So maybe consider sacrificing for a year or 2 and living in a walkout building. I promise you it would not be so bad, and you will save a significant amount of money. Think about getting a roommate to help cut your living costs in half, or possibly consider moving in with your partner if you already feel like your relationship is heading in that direction. When downsizing, remember that this additional money that you have is not for you to go out and spending on yourself. This additional money should be put into your savings account every single month. If you're finding value in these tips so far, please hit the like button. It really helps out my channel. And if you want financial freedom by investing in real estate, please subscribe to my channel. I have weekly videos. Tip 4, buy a used car or use public transportation. Leasing a car is like renting. You're never going to get that money back, and you're actually putting money into someone else's pocket. Financing is also not recommended by most millionaires because you're paying interest on a car that's going to lose its value as soon as you drive off with it. Also remember, if you're thinking about purchasing a property in the next year or 2, be very careful about leasing or financing a car. This could affect your FICO score, and if your FICO score goes down, then when you go get a mortgage, your interest rate might be much higher. If a car is extremely important to you and you use it for your business, then put your pride aside and get a used reliable car that gets you safely from point A to point B. I actually have an investor client who is still driving around his 2004 Honda. He obviously could go and buy a brand new car if he likes, but he's saving his money so he could buy another investment property. Use public transportation if you live in a city like New York City or a city with good public transit. You will save so much money by not having car payments or insurance payment. Once you own your first property or a couple of investments, you will have many opportunities to buy a cool new car. Tip 5, automate your savings. Automating your deposit is an easy and effective way to save money because it takes your money directly from your paycheck and puts it into your savings account. You should be saving 30% of your annual income. If you've been doing this for many years and your savings is looking pretty good, then you should reroute your deposit to go into an investment account like a mutual fund or an RIA. Something else that I like to do is create a visual reminder of my savings goals, like a vision board. I actually have mine on my refrigerator and I see it every single day. Tip 6, create a food budget. Food is extremely important and we all need it to live, but I find that we spend more than we should. Personally, I stopped going to my local supermarket and I started going to Trader Joe's. I get fresh food weekly and I'm spending about 30% less than I was before. I usually cook every single night and I even used to take my lunch to work before the pandemic. This is also a great way to save money. Now, date night. Instead of going out every single week, possibly reduce it to once a month and have date night every week at home. It's more affordable to cook at home and to buy a bottle of wine. I know that once the pandemic started, we all started getting very creative and started having date night at home. Tip 7, use a cashback credit card. Whenever you spend for things like groceries, bills, gas, and MetroCards, do so with a credit card that earns you cash back. You're going to purchase these things anyways, so why not get cash back for them? Like any other credit card, you should always treat it like cash. Only buy what you could afford and always pay it in full at the end of the month. Another cool and free way to get cash back is to use the app called Ibotta. This app is super cool. You can actually put things like groceries, household items, travels, Uber rides, Lyft rides, and you'll get cash back. This app gives you real cash back for everyday items. I highly recommend it. I will link it in the description below. In fact, Ibotta has given over $600 million to over 32 million users since 2012. Tip 8, clothing. I came from a background of luxury sales and worked with many wealthy people. And the truth is that most wealthy people are very simple and don't feel the need to have to impress everyone. They don't need every single new handbag or new shoe that comes out. But they do, however, believe in quality over quantity. In my opinion, you should be smart about your money and only invest in quality items if you could afford them. They generally do last longer, but always think about it because quality items tend to be more expensive. Tip 9, automate your bill. You can acquire wealth if you're always getting hit with late fees. Automating your bill is going to help you save so much money. And if you have a cash reward card, make sure you're paying your bills with that card. This is going to be a game changer for your long-term financial goal. And if you haven't already gone paperless, please do so. We always end up throwing those statements away anyway, so why not be more environmentally friendly? Tip 10, save your tax refund. A tax refund could give you a great opportunity to start saving money, and you should pledge to do this every single year. A tax refund is not free money. It is money that was taken away from you every single week out of your paycheck, and now they're giving it back to you. So you shouldn't act like it's Christmas morning. You should take this money and put it into your savings account or an emergency fund. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. It really helps out my channel. I have weekly videos, and my goal here is to give you information based on my knowledge and experience in real estate. Thank you so much. Until next time.